YSL members have been dealing with a lot of legal issues. But where are they now? Here's what is happening to YSL members today. B. With the real name Durante BB, B is a YSL gang member who is currently facing 8 charges after he rejected a possible plea deal. It is unclear what the result of his trial will be, but if convicted, he could face significant jail time. According to insider sources, BB could face life in prison if he's convicted, as his charges include conspiracy to violate RICO, theft, 2 counts of violating the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, armed robbery, hijacking, and much more. Much to the shock of the judge, B refused to take the plea deal, which left the court in a surprising state of bewilderment. It is unlikely that he will be released from custody anytime soon as he awaits his trial date, and while it seemed obvious that he would be found guilty if he rejected the plea deal, B appears to be preparing for a lengthy court battle. Yakti. Everyone knows the infamous Yakti, who became the subject of a police probe back in 2016. After the 2015 murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., Gotti found himself at the center of a criminal investigation. However, before his trial even began, Gotti feared that he would be turned over to prosecutors after a rumor surfaced that he was working with the cops. Throughout the course of his trial, Gotti denied the allegations and claimed his innocence. After he was recently denied bond, these rumors began to circulate again, but Gotti was quick to dismiss them as cap or false. With his trial still ongoing, Gotti will continue to fight for his freedom. He currently faces 9 charges, including murder, conspiracy to violate RICO, possession of a machine gun, and even possession of a firearm by a previously convicted felon. If Yakti is convicted, he could potentially face life in prison like some of his fellow YSL members. In 2022, 2 men were charged in the murder of Shimel Drinks, who was shot and killed on Windsor Street near I-20. One of the suspects was Marvius Nichols, also known as Qua, who is believed to be a YSL gang member. Along with his alleged involvement in the murder, Qua is also facing charges of conspiracy to violate RICO, 2 counts of participation in criminal street gang activity, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. He has prior convictions for various crimes, including trafficking drugs and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. He is currently awaiting trial for these charges. All 3 of the men who were involved with the murder are now facing the potential for significant jail time. In addition, Qua is also facing RICO charges, which could lead to additional years in prison if he is found guilty. Young Thug, perhaps one of the most notable members of YSL, Young Thug has been dealing with his own legal issues since being charged with participating in criminal street activity and conspiracy to violate RICO. While his lawyers have denied the allegations, saying that Mr. Williams committed no crime whatsoever, the fact remains that Thug is still facing these charges. Gunna, another well-known YSL member, Gunna has also been charged with conspiracy to violate the state's RICO Act. He was arrested in May 2022 and has since taken a plea deal in December to avoid going to trial. Gunna has maintained his innocence, but took the plea deal as it was in his best interest. As of now, Gunna is a free man, but his legal troubles are far from over. I've chosen to end my own RICO case with an offered plea and end my personal ordeal by publicly acknowledging my association with YSL, Gunna said in his statement, admitting that he was affiliated with the gang. From Yakti, who's been dealing with his own murder case as well as rumors of working with the police, to Young Thug and Gunna, who continue to maintain their innocence, YSL members are still facing significant legal battles. The outcomes of these cases are still uncertain, but one thing is clear, and that's the fact that the legal issues surrounding YSL will continue to make headlines for years to come. From Qua to B, here's what is happening to YSL members today.